Alrighty, well, I'm back. I'm doing readings again. Just because I feel like we're in such a crazy time right now that it's really, I feel important to kind of like get some guidance around how to move forward in the world right now. Yeah, so let's see, like, the question I always like to ask is what wants to come forward for the collective? What is important for the collective to know at this time? What are the messages that want to be known, so that we can really, move forward with more clarity, with more intention, and with more ease, really. Yeah. Okay, so far we have the Five of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, and let's get one more card jumping out here. There we go. Yeah, okay, so immediately, the first messages that were coming through is just it's simplify. That is really, I think, the core of what wants to come through here is simplifying. And yeah, I really do feel like holding on to like these riches. Basically, I'm really feeling the King of Pentacles as like these things that we've collected throughout our lifetime. These things that we were kind of programmed into thinking that we needed, that they made life more valuable, or or really it's kind of like that. What's coming in is like this, the consumer programming, right? There is so much consumer programming. There is so much messaging out there telling us we need to buy this product or that product, or this thing is going to make life easier, or that thing is going to make life easier. And basically, I'm really feeling like that's just all. Like, maybe there was a time when that was true, but now is really the time of like that just like really being a lot of BS. And what we really need to do is simplify our lives and really move away from this idea of like consuming a bunch of stuff, because where we're moving to, the things that we are consuming are really going to be just burdens that we're carrying. So it's really, right now is a time of like really releasing attachment to any kind of physical things that we don't really need. So this could be fancy cars, or fancy furniture, or fancy clothes. Like, this is like really about paring down to the bare minimum of like necessities. Do we really need to buy that $100 moisturizer? Do we really need to spend a ton of money on getting our nails done, or whatever it is for you? I just feel like this is a paring down of goods that we've kind of been programmed to think that we need to have, that they're part of life's necessities. And again, like, I really feel like I'm not saying like that it's required to go and get rid of everything right now. I think that like the message here is really to start like slowly letting go of these programs of consumption, and really sticking to the bare minimum. And like, the reason I feel that is because I do feel like there is a time of there's going to be a time where we really need to be cautious with our finances. I do feel like there is going to be a real reduction in force, sort of, right? And I think we can kind of see it with like the government shutdown right now. Like that's kind of like this is the idea of kind of what I'm feeling. Also, a reduction in force in the sense of also, technology is like growing exponentially, right? Like we are right around the corner of AI really taking off, and this is going to mean a lot of job loss for a lot of people. We've been talking about this for at least the last decade, and here it is. So we really want to be able to set ourselves up for this with a little bit of cushion, not just in our finances but in our like emotional states of like, okay, I don't really need this thing, and start to like find a way of living that, you know, that allows you to find that space where you don't need all of this excess, right? You don't need all of these things. Yeah. And that's what this is really, right? Like moving into these calmer waters is really, I feel, moving into a place where that you're not going to need this excess anymore. You're finding peace in doing without all of this excess that we've been programmed to think that we need. And this is really going to help us move through this period of not having a lot. Yeah, because I do feel like it's coming. And I'm gonna say that it's coming in like within the next 10 years. That life is going to be radically different in the next 10 years, and this is mostly because of technology and the exponential growth of technology. Yeah, and there's a lot of talk about, there has been a lot of talk in the past about the World Economic Forum, and, people making decisions about where we're moving in the future, where we'll own nothing and we'll be happy about it. I feel like it's just, this is something that really is coming, especially with digital IDs now being enacted, and there's been a lot of talk about like social credit systems. So these things are real. This is not a fear based reading. This is reality. These are the things that are coming forward for us in the future. And again, like I don't feel like they're right around the corner, but I definitely feel like in the next 10 years they're going to be in our face. And so this really, I feel, is the opportunity to start paring down now, start getting comfortable now with operating with just the necessities, and not with all of the excess. And instead, like, really put your attention into releasing attachment to all of these things and finding more peace with simplicity, because we are going to be in a place of simplicity very soon. So start to make peace with that. Okay. So again, this is not like, this is not fear mongering at all. This is reality. This is, this is not conspiracy theories to promote fear. This is being prepared. That's what this is. Okay. This is being prepared for the reality that is coming, and it's going to be very different than what we know right now. So why not be prepared? Okay. Alrighty. Aloha.